Ever wondered how secure your digital life truly is? In the vast expanse of the internet, there lurks an unseen threat, a menace that can turn your personal and professional life upside down within mere seconds. We're talking about web exploitation, a topic of paramount importance in our increasingly digital world. Web exploitation is not just the stuff of spy movies or crime thrillers. It's real, it's happening, and it's happening now. From multinational corporations to your personal email account, no one is immune. Over the years, there have been several high-profile incidents of web exploitation that have sounded alarm bells across the globe. These incidents are not just wake-up calls, but they are also lessons that teach us about the pitfalls and vulnerabilities inherent in our digital lives. In the next few minutes, brace yourself to delve into a world where the invisible becomes visible, the world of web exploitation. Imagine waking up one day to find your company's confidential information plastered all over the internet. That's exactly what happened to Sony Pictures in 2014. In a chilling series of events, Sony Pictures became the victim of an unprecedented cyber attack. Confidential data was stolen, including sensitive employee information and unreleased films. The hackers, known as the Guardians of Peace, demanded the cancellation of a controversial film. When Sony refused, the data was released to the world. The Sony hack was more than just a corporate nightmare. It was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of even large corporations to web exploitation. Despite having robust cybersecurity measures in place, Sony fell victim to a sophisticated cyber attack, causing significant financial and reputational damage. This incident served as a grim reminder to corporations worldwide of the ever-present threat of cyber attacks. But the question remains, the Sony hack was a wake-up call to corporations worldwide, but were the lessons learned? In 2017, the personal data of 147 million people was compromised. The culprit? The Equifax breach. This was not just a minor mishap. It was a colossal data breach that shook the cybersecurity world, exposing the vulnerability of personal data online. Equifax, one of the largest credit bureaus in the United States, failed to patch a network vulnerability. This lapse allowed cybercriminals to access names, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and in some instances driver's license numbers. For about 2 months, these criminals had unfettered access to this treasure trove of personal data. The aftermath was catastrophic. Millions of people were left vulnerable to identity theft and fraud. The breach highlighted the severe ramifications of lax cybersecurity measures and the dire need for robust data protection strategies. The Equifax breach served as a stark reminder of the dangers of web exploitation to every individual. It's a sobering lesson that we all need to take to heart. These incidents may seem distant, but in reality, they underline the risks we all face in our increasingly digital world. They serve as a stark reminder of the importance of cybersecurity in our day-to-day lives. It's not just big corporations that are at risk. Each one of us, as individuals, are potential targets. But don't worry, there are steps we can take to protect ourselves. One of the key lessons we can learn from these incidents is the importance of regular software updates. Software updates are not just about adding new features. They often contain vital security patches that fix vulnerabilities which cybercriminals could exploit. Avoiding updates is like leaving your front door wide open for anyone to walk in, so remember, always keep your software up to date. Next, strong passwords. It sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many people still use password or 1234 as their password. A strong password is like a good lock. It keeps out the unwanted. Make your passwords complex, unique, and change them regularly. Avoid using personal information like birthdays or pet names, as these can be easily guessed or found online. And then, there's two-factor authentication or 2FA. This is an additional layer of security that requires not only a password and username but also something that only the user has on them, like a piece of information or a physical token. It's like having a guard at your door who checks your ID before letting you in. Enable 2FA wherever possible. It may be a bit inconvenient at times, but it provides an added layer of protection against cyber threats. Lastly, remember that cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. We all have a part to play in maintaining the security of our digital world. Be vigilant, be informed, and share your knowledge with others. In the world of web exploitation, knowledge is power. By understanding these incidents and the lessons they teach us, you can take a proactive role in protecting your digital life. Web exploitation is a reality of our digital age, but it's not an inevitable fate. We've explored real incidents, underlined the importance of vigilance, and shared tips to stay secure. Never underestimate cybersecurity's significance. Remember, in the digital world being secure is not a luxury, it's a necessity.